Alright. I look like a mad scientist. Nobody's gonna take me seriously like this. Hold up. Hi, what's up everybody? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. And today I got for you something that you probably thought never existed. Female Andrew Tates. Yes, they are women who are basically Andrew Tate in a wig. So I've been seeing this girl circulate on the internet, on TikTok, from other YouTubers and all that stuff. Her name is Pearl. Have you guys ever seen her? She looks like this. Well, if you haven't, I would like to share some things that she has said on the internet. And it's not only her, okay? I've gathered a couple other people who are just like her. If you guys haven't heard of Pearl, this is her. She's a 26-year-old YouTuber. 1.4 million. They banned her on TikTok. Wonder why. Just to give you a little preview of her Twitter, she posts things such as, are men better than women at everything? As a poll, 43% of people answered yes, which is quite concerning. And then there's this whole thing going around talking about Margot Robbie being mid. She posted on Twitter saying, the same women crying that Margot Robbie is mid have no problem attacking my looks all of last week. The audacity, lol. Pearl, you... Margot... If you... the people who are calling Margot Robbie mid are just... They want to be different. Let the men call Margot Robbie mid. Should men be able to discipline their wives? And then she followed that up with this, slapping your wife the worst thing ever? Yeah, he's an abuser. Nah, she probs deserves it. So that's Pearl for you. Now, let's take a look at what she's said in her videos. So this interview actually blew up. It's an interview with Piers Morgan, and it says the female Andrew Tate, Pearl Davis, on why she thinks women shouldn't vote.
Welcome back to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Pearl Davis has racked up a legion of online followers and plenty of breathless newspaper coverage by sharing her incendiary views on modern feminism. The New York Post called her the female Andrew Tate. So she tapped into genuine female pushback to the excesses of wokery, or is she just an attention seeker? We'll find out in a moment. But first, let's take a look at the clip that sent her viral.
A lot of people think I'm insane because I don't think women should vote. Everybody thinks I'm crazy for this opinion. If anything, this is probably my most extreme opinion. 90% of women have been on birth control. 1 out of 3 women has had an abortion. 1 out of 3 women has an STD. Average body count is over 5, so that your average wife has slept with over 5 people. 95% of women are not virgins on their wedding days. So I understand the complaint.
5 people? Ooh, she slept with 5 people. What?
Right, Pearl, you've be called the female Andrew Tate. How do you plead?
Well, I take it as a compliment. You know, I'm a fan of Andrew Tate.
Of everything he says?
It depends what we're talking about. But overall, I think he's got a good message. I think he's good for young men.
Andrew Tate literally promotes abusing women and then also cheating on your girlfriend. Yeah, no, he is. Come on, guys. Come on. He is. He's a great representation. He's a great role model for young men.
Okay, look, you're talking about women predominantly, which is why you've got this big following. And your view is that modern feminism is deeply flawed. I would argue a lot of your proposals, like taking the vote away from women, are deeply regressive. Mm-hmm. Why would you want to remove, just from yourself, the right to vote?
So I just think if we want an equal say in society, then be equal. Do 50% of the hard jobs. Be 50% of the military. And
specifically on the vote, what would having the right to vote have to do with family cohesion, for example?
Well, because again, before you weren't trying to divide a family. It was one family unit. You had one vote for the family. I mean, I don't think it's good for a family to have 2 votes.
What? So you think a family as a collective should count as 1 vote? That doesn't even make any fucking sense.
What I wonder is when you start making calls out like repeal the 19th, women shouldn't be allowed to vote. Mm-hmm. How is that helping young men? Because these young men have women in their lives, they have mothers, they have sisters, they have teachers, and they turn around, they don't know how to act around women because you're giving them license to be misogynistic.
I wouldn't call it misogynistic.
Ooh. Burn.
Like I say, be equal. So again, men do all of the feminists are saying. Well, then okay, I'd love for the feminists. Please apply for the oil rigs. Please go do the hard jobs in society. They're open. They're hiring because I don't equate for. I don't think men or women are equal until we do the equal work. So no, listen. Go apply to be on the oil rigs. Go be a plumber. Go be an electrician. Go be on the front lines of the military, and then we should have equal rights. But until feminists are willing to do that, I don't believe we should have the freedom without the responsibility.
Okay, well, I don't think...
That doesn't even make it... Okay, so, alright, so if you're a woman, okay, if you're not out there fucking taking an axe and chopping that wood down or building a goddamn house, you shouldn't have the right to vote. Also, this literally makes no sense. So, like, if you're not a plumber, you shouldn't have any right to vote. I'm not a plumber and I'm a boy.
Again, it goes back to go be a plumber. You want to be equal, go be equal.
But you want divorce to be made illegal.
Yes.
Why?
Yes, because
Oh my god, dude, this is fucking... Oh, god. Okay.
You don't want to be a feminist?
No, because I think if feminists really believed in equality, but you guys don't, I would love for you. There is an oil rig hiring. There is an engineering
I would actually love to see Ava Santana on an oil rig.
Seriously. There is a building being built next to my building. Go do it, feminists. Go do it. And
bro, I can't see. This is why this clip is stupid. Like, what are you? This is not. She's taking the idea of equality so literally, and it doesn't matter. Why does a woman have to work in an oil rig to be equal to a man? Not all men work in oil rigs. Anyways, that was a big clip that was going viral. It has like 3 million views on YouTube, but I wanted to take some of her shorts because they're a bit more interesting here.
You know what else isn't a crime? Lying to a man about being on birth control. That's not a crime. Yet, if a guy takes off a condom during sex and doesn't tell you, that's a crime. It's the double standards that I cannot get behind. Why isn't this woman demonized? Why isn't her face everywhere? Yet, I've never seen her before this little clip on YouTube.
I'm not sure exactly who she's referring to here, but this is called stealthing, when you don't tell somebody that you are not using any form of birth control, and it's actually not a crime on either side. It's not considered a crime in the United States, at least, and as far as it goes, it's considered a civil offense in the state of California, but that's about it on both sides. So that is incorrect information that she's spreading. Either way, that's shitty. Nobody should do it, ever. But Pearl here clearly can't Google something for 30 seconds. She would rather spread misinformation. Pearl, why don't you all do us a favor? Go back down into the ocean. Go inside of the little clam that you belong into. And just shut the fuck up.
If my son came home from school one day and said to me, look, Mum, I'll be honest with you, I think I'm gay, I would take it on and I'd be open.
What if your son came home and said, I think I'm black?
What the fuck, dude? Hold on, wait. This has 1 million likes. Is it like troll likes or is it proper likes? Yeah, nah, they're ragging on her. They're ragging on her in the comments. So let's continue.
I mean, obviously, I'd have to sit him down and be like...
So you don't think if you thought he was the opposite gender, you might need to sit him down and tell him
that he's
well, that's
not?
what I said. I mean, I would listen to him, sit him down and have a conversation with him. But this all comes down to the way that you raise your children.
I'm saying, but you said they have their own mind, so why doesn't he make up his own decision? Why would you have to sit him down?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Because you said they have their own mind.
Yeah, as in they're making their own decision, but I can still have an input and I can still talk with them about it.
So if he wanted to change his gender, you'd let him?
No, of course not.
Dude, what? She literally said nothing about gender. If her son came home and was like, I'm gay, she'd be like, okay, I'd have a discussion with him and I'd be open to it and talking about it and figuring stuff out for my son. That's all she would say. And then Pearl comes over, she's like, okay, so what if he said he wanted to change his gender? Those have nothing to do with each other. I like how everything always has to come back on the transgenders. Why are they so obsessed with transgender people? We got 2 more videos here by our girl Pearl, and then we'll move on to the other ones. The other ones might be a little worse, actually.
This is what you said. You said, what's so special about me? Most women aren't special.
Well, that's down to your personal opinion.
No, I'm like, seriously, what do women bring in 2022 that is special?
Nothing.
Do most women have a cookbook? Do most women really know how to cater to a man?
Hey, that's what I need to know. That's the most important thing ever. Do you have a cookbook? No? Don't even engage in a conversation with me. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Fuck off.
No. Are most women virgins on their wedding day? No. So what do most women bring in 2022 that is special?
But why is it all about what we can offer? Why is it always about what we can bring?
Okay, because when you're trying to sell a car, if you're trying to get married, right? Please, I'm not saying that women are cars. It's just an analogy. But if you're trying to sell a car, you have to study the buyer and figure out what the buyers want.
You are comparing women to cars. That's what an analogy is. Hey, if your preference in women is she needs to have a cookbook, then so be it. And Why does she have to cater to a man? Why is that your ideal relationship? Just catering to a man that's what you want to dedicate your life to, is just catering yourself to your husband. I mean, to each their own. If you would like to do that, go ahead. But why do you have to push an agenda and act as if society, or act surprised that society isn't all in for it the way that you are? Like, you're not going to change the world by doing that. History has already gotten themselves out of that. Women have gotten themselves out of that. They worked hard.
I found this on the web for SR gotten themselves. Check it out.
Okay, all right, Siri. I wasn't talking to you. I think I was saying that women have got themselves out of that. So why would they want to go back into that lifestyle?
Zendaya is gonna leave his ass. Her hypergamy is gonna get the best of her. I'm sorry. Zendaya is like a sweetheart. She doesn't drink. She lives with her parents, I'm pretty sure. Like, she's like, oh no, but now she's doing those weird acting roles. Hollywood always ruins the sweet kids.
Okay, just because an actor plays a role that doesn't portray herself means that she's getting a shitty role.
Well, I'll say she's naturally a sweetheart. And I think a lot of like high value men are going to be interested in her. It's not that Tom Holland isn't a high value man, he is, but I just think more high value men are going to be interested, and I think she's going to go for it at some point. It's just like, yeah, I give it 6 months.
Honestly, I think she's just saying this because he's shorter than her. Probably the only reason why. Tom Holland is a beautiful, scrumptious, amazing, sweet human being. Stop hating on our boy, Tom Holland. You know what, Pearl? You are weird. This girl is so weird. Yeah, she's running her mouth. I'm sure we will revisit her at some point, but we do have a couple more right here. We got this girl called Emily Saves America, okay? And she does not like it when women do OnlyFans.
You're a feminist doing OnlyFans, that's empowering, yet you're relying on creepy, disgusting men who think you are disgusting and trash to ironically pay your bills.
Whoa. First of all, I do not think the men who are paying for OnlyFans women content think those women are disgusting and trash.
Which is probably the most degrading thing in the entire world. Whereas actually, if you were in an office, it would be a lot less degrading. You could actually have respect in an office. And do not get offended when you come into the dating pool and dating world and you are seen as a low-value woman. In my eyes, you are. In every man's eyes, you are. And don't get offended when people don't want to marry you, don't want you to be their girlfriend. You're going to hit the real world eventually. It's just a matter of time. And no one with any level of, like, a brain would ever respect someone who does that.
There's a lot to unpack there.
I don't go on the internet and expect people not to judge me. You cannot be a sex worker and expect people not to judge you.
I agree with that.
So just don't complain about the outcome. Go get your bag.
Yes.
And then deal with no one thinking that you're a valuable human, and also bringing just shame to your family name as well.
So you're mad that women are showing titties online and getting paid for it? That just means that they don't deserve respect. That's such a weird thing to be angry about. Like, oh, you show ass and you get paid for it? All right, fuck you. Go get your bag. Meanwhile, these girls have Lambos for showing their fucking ass, and you're just mad about it. Also, people who do sex work are not expecting you to not judge them. People are going to judge you. They already know that. They are very, very, very aware of that. I find it interesting that she believes that. But I mean, again, brain rot.
You literally made a video. It's probably up to like 15 million as we sit here right now.
So if I was like hiring and I saw pronouns, here's what I'm going to assume. You're obviously very liberal. So I'm going to assume you're one of those people that is super far left. I'm going to assume you're not a very hard worker.
So you think pronouns should be completely deleted from the dictionary?
It's kind of like already like slaughtering our language because it's not correct.
So you think it's language slaughter?
I think it's insulting.
Is it like a woke thing?
Yeah, of course. Everything stupid happens to be a woke thing.
Pronouns are language slaughter. Okay, from this point on, guys, let's not use pronouns at all. I will just never refer to you ever. Oops. I will just never refer ever to anybody as anything, because it's a woke thing to have pronouns. But that's Emily. This is a longer extended version of this podcast, but I wanted to share with you this small clip here.
I have a lot of girlfriends out here. I've lived out here, since I was like 17.
Mm-hmm.
All my girlfriends are gorgeous. I don't hang out with anyone really less attractive than me. There's too much drama. But they all agree.
What would the drama be before you go to the next part?
It's just like all the girls I've ever been friends with that are less attractive than me. It's always a jealousy thing. It's an attention thing. they're really shady. I mean, they'll try to like sleep with your boyfriend. It's just the worst. You just need to be with equals.
I just want to show you how her brain works, okay? She won't hang out with ugly people or anyone who's less sexy than her, apparently, because it's just so much drama. Because, oh, let me guess, they're probably so jealous of how hot and sexy you are. And let me go ahead and say it, you are mid. Sorry, that's just my opinion, you're mid. You look like every girl ever who lived in LA. Ever. I could go to a mansion party and I would see 50 women who look just like you.
But I like all my girlfriends are way hotter than me. They're stunning.
Mm-hmm.
I love being around beautiful women. I think when you're a beautiful woman, you have value just by being beautiful. I love being around pretty things, pretty people, pretty places. I don't know. A lot of maybe other people see that differently. I love it.
I do see it differently. I see this as a very, very insecure person who can't handle any form of rejection or any form of like anything outside of her echo chamber.
But it's like they were like coming for traditional women for doing like a loving traditional thing. And I think it's like so funny. And I was like, let's be real. Who's sitting at New York Times and Huffington Post writing these articles? Hideous liberal women. And it's like, you're just mad because no man wants you to stay home and take care of kids and be a hot girlfriend. And like, you're not in Mykonos right now, are you? And it's like,
hideous liberal women. You guys hear that? Hey, listen up, you hideous liberal women. Stop working your jobs. Get out there. Go to LA. Go look like this. Okay, and then be a trad wife. I'm sorry, just everything is not about looks. This person actually screams insecurity. Like, she is very, very insecure, and I think she's insecure with her appearance as well because of how often she talks about it and how often she has to hang around with people who are just as hot as her. I don't think you think you're that hot, in all honesty, and I think it's really a shame that you have to put down other women based off of their looks because there is more to a human being than just their appearance. You know, but people with two brain cells can't really comprehend that. All right, well, that was everything from Emily Saves America. Now let's look at our last contestant, Isabella.
Oh, yeah. No, I love how masculine my husband is, and he just makes all the decisions. And, you know, women are so indecisive. Even, like, I will second guess every stupid decision I make, whether it's like, what should I eat? It's like, oh, I don't know, maybe I'll have that. It's so stupid, and he just makes the decisions. It makes it so much better. And even if I disagree with it, it's like, no, you vowed to submit to me, so you're going to trust my decisions. And
You married me, so you're going to submit to me, so you're going to do whatever the fuck I want at all times of the day, okay? You're my wife, you're mine, I own you. You're gonna eat the fucking asparagus if I tell you. Eat the goddamn asparagus.
I've honestly never been happier and more fulfilled. I haven't eaten meat since I was like 8, and he forces me to eat meat. I just find it disgusting. And so he told me the other day, he's like, you've had meat a couple of times, but like, I don't want you just to eat meat sometimes. You're going to love meat because it's good for you. And deep down, I'm like, ugh, like that's scary to me. But he's like, it's food, get over it. And you're growing my baby inside of you. So I want you to be healthy for our baby.
That is probably the most terrifying clip that I've seen this entire video. Like, the other ones are cringe and weird, but that... yeah, bitch, you're gonna eat that rack of ribs that I just made for you because you're gonna eat meat and you're gonna like it. Eat that shit. You're carrying my baby. Eat that shit. I don't know. To me, that sounds like abuse. But, what do I know? I'm just a stupid little YouTuber. It's like when you force your child to eat peas, but the child just really does not like peas, but you're forcing them to anyway, so then you give them, like, this type of eating disorder. I'm a grown adult. You're not going to tell me what I can and can't eat. It's absolutely insane. This is actually sad. It's quite sad, to be honest.
If you're gay, try to be gayer. If you're already gayer, try to be the gayest. And the gayer, and the gayer, and the greatest, and the greatest, and the gay.
These Hollywood celebrities won't be happy with you just being gay. You gotta be gayer. The gayest, the more gay, the merrier. And this is why. One of the many reasons why we should never take Hollywood celebrities seriously, ever.
Yeah, dudes, try to be gayer. Try to be transer, more lesbianer. Be even more gayer. Be so gay that it irritates the absolute shit out of people like this. They get so mad about it.
Imagine if they were your daughters. I can't. I don't want to. I'm not going to. Vomit.
She gives me Regina George vibes. Also, how old is this woman? You talk like you're like 17 years old in high school. And leave them alone. They're just kids having fun. Shut up, dude. Why are you so angry? God, these people are fucking insane.
I may get chronic headaches because I never drink water and only drink soda, specifically cream soda or root beer, but I still will always blame every headache I ever get on liberals. Sorry, that just... Facts are facts. That's it.
Are you gonna blame your kidney stones on liberals too? Or are you gonna blame the soda that you drink without any water? Because those are gonna hurt. Those are gonna hurt. You can't blame anybody else except for yourself. You're gonna age like every single conservative white woman ever.
Question for you. What is the role of a woman?
I would say, oh my goodness, it's kind of hard.
No, it's not. You're a woman. What do you think your role is?
Well, I think just being brave and strong and hardworking that gets you through life, I feel like, as a woman.
I think that's a great response, okay? It gets ruined.
True. Don't you think that women, like, they're supposed to be mothers and raising the next generation?
Yes, I definitely think being motherly is a big factor in being a woman, and that's where I think strong comes to play as well.
Yes, and besides, if it weren't for women, who would be in the kitchen?
Nobody.
Exactly, so that's why we need women, right? Thank you so much.
Yeah, women only good for two things. Cooking and sex. Because not 75% of the people in the food industry are chefs who are men. If you're not making me a plate 3 times a day, I don't want you. Go to hell, Regina George 2.0. Alright, last video we got here, okay? You made it through, you made it this far, let's go.
Okay. My dad seen my story.
Oh no.
And he told me I need a BBL. My own dad told me that. And like, I love my dad. Like I told you, we're tight. But hear me out. Like he says, okay, you need to do squats.
He told you exercise or get a BBL or something.
Yeah, like he
Did
said.
he tell you don't post your body online?
My dad?
Yeah.
No, he supports me.
That's
Like,
sad.
why do you think that?
I just think it's like sad to see a father figure like in today's society thinking it's like commendable for a woman to post her body
In a bathing
online.
suit?
Yeah, I mean, what are you posting a bathing suit picture?
Oh, ooh, yeah, it's such a crime that she's posting in a bathing suit. Yeah, this woman is weird as hell. I didn't even know female Andrew Tates exist, but they do. That's why these boys get them on their podcasts, like Fresh and Fit and all that great stuff. Sheesh, there are women out there who really do dig that stuff, man. Wow, that is crazy. Nothing says I hate myself more than that. Damn. Those men do not like you. They do not like you, I promise. Listen to the way that they talk about women. It is insane. Anyways, guys, that sums up today's video on the female Andrew Tates. I'm sure that there will be a part 2. Let me know if you enjoyed it. I can definitely find a lot more. There are so many more, but these 3 were my favorites. And they're out there. We didn't know it, but now we do. Yeah, I will see you next week with a new video. Thank you so much for watching.